Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something that almost nobody wants to talk about in public: masturbation. And specifically, the neuroscience of masturbation, when it becomes a problem and when it can actually serve as a tool. Now, I know right away that people tend to fall into one of two camps on this subject. On one side, you've got the folks who say it's evil, it's destructive, it's something you should never do. On the other side, you've got people who say it's perfectly fine, it's natural, it's healthy, and you should never worry about it. Both of those extremes miss the point. The real question, the one that matters for your nervous system, for your brain, for your life, is when does it cross the line into being harmful, and when does it actually help regulate your biology? That's what we're going to unpack. And to do that, we have to talk about dopamine, about the autonomic nervous system, about the seesaw between stress and relaxation. Because masturbation sits right at the intersection of those systems. It's a double-edged sword. It can cut you down, or it can carve out space for you to breathe. So let's talk about the red flags first. Because if you're going to use this tool, you need to know when to stop. The first red flag is compulsion. This is when you go from choosing to doing, when the act shifts from something you decide to something your brain hijacks. And the mechanism here is dopamine. Dopamine is not just about pleasure, it's about prediction. Your brain is a prediction machine. It learns that a certain cue, being alone, feeling stressed, opening your laptop, leads to a certain outcome. And when that prediction loop gets reinforced over and over, the receptors downregulate. The dorsolateral striatum, the part of your brain that runs habits, starts to take over from the prefrontal cortex, the part that's supposed to be the adult in the room. Suddenly, you're not choosing anymore, you're in a cage, and the lock is inside your own head. The second red flag is physical harm. People don't talk about this, but it's real. Pudendal nerve irritation, pelvic floor strain, even microtrauma to tissue. Pain is not just discomfort. Pain is a signal. It's your nervous system saying stop. If you ignore that, you're teaching your brain to override protective signals. That's not resilience, that's damage. Pain means stop, period. The third red flag is life impairment. This is when the act starts to run your calendar. You skip social events, you miss sleep, you blow off work. Why? Because a high dopamine solitary activity hijacks your salience network. The salience network is the part of your brain that decides what matters. And if you keep spiking dopamine in isolation, the real world rewards connection, career, growth lose their shine. You let a biological urge run your calendar. That's not freedom, that's failure. The fourth red flag is the guilt spiral. You finish, and instead of feeling relaxed, you feel crushed.